Team, along with Sam Watson and his team, we're going to stand together and fight this disease.
I've come this way before, traveled through the open door. Circumstances navigated the path, and life happened all so fast. No, it got lonely sometimes. You see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm offbeat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me, cause I know life took a hold on. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a paper, no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games we play, can't take it personal, cause the devil is a liar. Telling you the truth, it's only what you do, some things you gotta do, It's fight for millions, take a second, see the blessing in it. But much expected, much is given. When I made the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness, yes. You can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine up, let them see your brilliance. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. We're bringing it tonight. Oh, for the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm ASICs. Learn and develop paces, determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving, they changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people. Jabbing in competition, back up against the rope. She fighting for recognition. I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lacking. Or cancer slowing our road. I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals. Yeah.
Give back, give love, give insult away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm going back soon and fight this final round. Life's a paper, no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your blow. Games we play, can't take it personal, cause the devil is a liar. It's only what you do, some things you gotta do,
Woo-hoo. What it do? What it do? JP, Ira, JQ, Kino, Birdman, G Brown, Big Homie Coop. That's my dude, man. What it do, man? Pile on in here. Take your time, man. Y'all know what y'all can do, man. Y'all know what y'all can do. Go pre-order. Click the link that's pinned. Go pre-order. I just saw the trailer. I can't wait till tomorrow. We gonna drop it tomorrow. And I guarantee you, it's gonna excite you. You gonna click the link. Hey. Big news just happened. Breaking news in boxing. Breaking news. I believe it may have just happened. Tay Jones just sent it to me. You know what I mean? Tay Jones just sent it to me. I will read it. It should be spreading across the news wire right now. Checks and balances, May 19th. The wait is over. Malcolm X's birthday. Let's go. Breaking news. Details just released of U.S. sanctions of Daniel Canahan as part of the Garda Info-led operation against him. And Treasury sanctions. Holy moly. There are 7 of them. So we got to go to this guy's Twitter and get our answers. You know what I mean? That's what we're going to do. And then we'll hustle back to the topic of the show, because I don't know what's going on. I literally just got this. Shout out to Tay Jones, man. Go subscribe to the main man, Tay Jones. And I'm here. I'm right here. I ain't going nowhere. Let's take this off real quick so y'all can say hello to the bald guy. Hello to the bald guy. Hey, Birdman. Hello. So we just gonna breaking news just happened. So I'm gonna attempt to. It's not 10 o'clock yet, so I can still read. And so I'm gonna go to Google and I'm gonna pull this up and we're gonna break this news together. All right, because it's gonna spread like wildfire in about 10 or 15 minutes for sure. People loading up their motherfucking record button right now, which is great. That's the one good news about everyone has. You don't have to wait for the 10 o'clock news hour. You can just go to Blue Blood Sports TV or Champside or, you know what I mean, Tay Jones and wherever you want to go. You know what I mean? Michael O2. Michael O2 Twitter. Check him. Okay, we're going to read this together. Damn, he got a lot of shit going on. Major shit tonight. All right, we're going to go through this. This shit about to hit the fan right now. So we're going to do this together. I'm not organized or structured, so pardon my I want to put it full screen so y'all can see it. So I'm reading this for the first time too, so pardon my incorrect English or pronunciations. Let's start here. Just sanctioned by the U.S. Treasury as part of the transnational criminal organization. Christopher Vincent Canahan, Daniel Joseph Canahan, Christopher Vincent Canahan Jr. All right. Show this thread. Breaking news. Details just released. Okay, let's go back to the thread. Daniel Canahan, who sources large quantities of cocaine from South America, plans an integral part in organizing the supply of drugs in Ireland and is attempting to facilitate the important cocaine into the United Kingdom, OFAC. Let's keep going. Daniel Canahan has instructed KO. I got to answer this call, guys. 1 second.
Navigated the path, and life happened all so fast. Though it got lonely, sometimes you see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm offbeat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me, cause I know life took a hold of me. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. No. I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a play with no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games we play, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a liar. I'm telling you the truth. It's all in what you do. Some things you gotta do. It's fight for millions. Take a second, see the blessing in it. With much expected, much is given. Wanna make the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness. Yes, you can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine up, let them see it brilliant. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. We're bringing it to life. Oh, for the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
All right, I'm back. I'm planning a community event, so I'm going back and forth with the people in the community, trying to set this up for the film, man, because I really want to show this film to the community. All right. I'll start from the top again. Daniel Canahan, who sources large quantities of cocaine from South America, plays an integral part in organizing a supply of drugs in Ireland and is attempting to facilitate the importation of cocaine into the United Kingdom. Daniel Canahan has instructed KOCG members to send money to a variety of individuals serving prison sentences, including a person convicted of attempted murder on behalf of the KOCG, an individual in prison for murder on behalf of KOCG. You can't get away with this shit. The Canahan organized crime group smuggles deadly narcotics, including cocaine, in Europe, and is a threat to the entire illicit economy through its role in international money laundering. Under Secretary of Terrorism and Financial Intelligence, Brian E. Nelson. Am told this has been a 5-year investigation by specialist units. No messing around from the Americans. Wow. Holy moly, there are 7 of them. There are 7 of them done. Jeepers. He's definitely from the UK. Jeepers. And here it is. All 3 Canahan sanctions. Breaking. Okay, here we go. All right, there you go. There you have it. So Daniel Canahan. So I guess they're about to freeze all his assets, and everybody's about to become a free agent again. Whoever they had signed, they're going to be interviewed. They're going to be questioned by America. Did you receive any drugs? Did you know where the money's coming from? So you can anticipate a lot of Americans that has signed with Daniel Canahan or has made a phone call to Daniel Canahan or has received a text or a package or financial will be questioned by Daniel Canahan or has been questioned by the U.S. So there you have it, man. That's the big news of the night. Damn. And guess what? You know what's going to happen in 2 years? He's going to be celebrated. They're going to call him the great Daniel Canahan. That's what they call all drug dealers. The great Daniel Canahan. The great Bumpy Johnson. Hey, you know what they called? I saw a film the other day, and it said Bumpy Johnson was like Robin Hood because he never let, whenever women asked to pay their rent, he would pay it. But I'm like, he facilitates drugs in the community. You know what I mean? Oh man, yeah, get them likes up. You know what I mean? So I know it's a double-edged sword when you talk about this stuff. Um, but I can always guarantee you in urban America, the drug dealer that gives away turkeys will always give away more turkeys than the community park coach that gives out turkeys. People think the man that gives out game banger that gives out turkeys, you know, he has magical powers or something. If I get this turkey from him, man, I'm gonna become powerful too. Anyways, man. So if somebody's in the UK and got more information on this, or anyone caught this before I did, please call in. I will be up on it by tomorrow, and and that's it. So basically, they're gonna get arraigned. They ain't gonna get bail. It's gonna take them 2 years to go to trial, and they're gonna get arrested, and they're gonna be in maximum security. And I don't think the trial is gonna be big in America, but it'll be big in boxing, but it won't be big in America. It'll be big in the UK. So yeah, you have it. So so now we gotta ask Bob, how do you know him? you know, I forget what he said last time. I got to go back and watch it. But yeah, man. So I thank you guys for coming in here. Totally appreciate it. It's Errol Spence fight week. Yay. The countdown is on. The countdown is officially on. And I'm excited. I'm definitely excited about Errol Spence fight, as I always am. I'm looking for him to be masterful. I'm looking for him to outclass Ugas, and I'm looking for him to win. I'm not necessarily concerned about a knockout or even a knockdown. It would be great. Don't get me wrong. And I like how Errol Spence says, I forget how he worded it, but he says, "Oh, I'm not man down. I'm more big fish. I have man down in a while." So that was funny. And so it's fight week. So I got to dig in my boxes and find my Errol Spence gear. Oh shit. See, I should have thought about that before. But anyways, man. Oh yeah. Yeah, what's up, bald head Fred? That's me. That's me. And so yeah, we got to fight. April 16th, 6 days away. Earl looks like he's in great shape on the weight. Ugas looks like he's in great shape on the weight. And Ugas, it's going to take a bulldozer to get rid of Ugas. Ugas knows if he loses, he goes to the back of the line, and no champion will ever fight him. He's going to have to go back to fighting the Abel Ramoses of the world or whoever else, because he won't get this opportunity again. And he probably won't say it, but in his spirit, he knows this. He knows he has to win to keep his train on the tracks. If not, he just becomes a regular fighter. What they say, high risk, low reward. And I would like to see him and Danny Garcia upon him losing, you know. I do have my concerns about Memo Heredia is working with him. And I have a right to question that based off of history. I have a right to question a man that does interviews with his gloves on, and because it's out of order. And history, you have a right to question off of pre-existing facts. And the pre-existing facts is Memo Heredia, shall I use this word, is a genius in camp. And he knows what he's doing. He would be considered a masterclass teacher on preparing his fighter for camp. And legally and illegally, he can do it both. And so I have my reservations about that. And I will say I've only interviewed Memo Heredia once, maybe twice. Good guy to me, but that doesn't change the facts. So we will see moving forward what's that's like. I didn't get a chance to make any phone calls today. I was dealing with a lot of community stuff, and dealing with some stuff in my personal life. On a positive note, when people say personal, like, "Oh my God, the roof is caving in." Nah, it ain't caving in. The roof is actually going up, all the way up. And so that's where we're at with that. And also, Fundora. It hit me like a ton of bricks while I was running today. You know what the fans and media, myself included, on this? Well, I would say I have like a pinky toe in on this. I've never articulated what I'm about to say this way. I just act accordingly. We want things to be fair, right? There are rules. There are, and then above the rules, we believe in fairness and humanity. Case in point, Oscar Valdez. He took a herbal iced tea or herbal tea, and it was below, right, the was it picograms? Someone, yeah. Drew Titan knows all of this. He knows this language, picograms and whatever. So you know what they did? They took the fight to a reservation that will allow him to obey the rules. Bob Arum made the fight in Arizona so Oscar Valdez can obey the rules. Forget if it's the humanity. Forget if it's fair. What he did was right. Do you understand what I'm saying? It was right. It was nothing wrong with it, according to the rules. Saturday night, 2 nights ago, no drug testing. So if there's no drug testing, you don't have to abide by the rules of being drug tested. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? We fall off because we want to abide by our Christian morality. We want to hide behind, we got to be fair. We got to be, the E word, equal. So we think it's wrong for Oscar Valdez to use an herbal tea on an Indian reservation to fight Robson Consexio. Excuse me, Consexio family. When in fact, it is legal and within the rules for Oscar Valdez to drink herbal tea, step in the ring, and compete. Now, this is tax season. I'm going to make it make sense to y'all for tax season. Let's bring it all the way back down to Main Street. Is it wrong, Donald Trump, Jeff Bezos, the guy that owns Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg? Is it wrong for them to pay a little bit of taxes? No, it's not wrong. Poor people think it's unfair. Poor people think we should tax the rich because everyone should be on the same playing field. Basically, it's a synonym for socialism. When you say tax the rich because they make too much money, that is a form of socialism. They need to be as taxed like us because they make more money. They should pay more. Now, listen to what I'm saying. Donald Trump has a full-time accountant. You have H&R Block. You have TurboTax. Donald Trump has hired somebody to know every law that pertains to taxes. You, on the other hand, have a part-time guy or woman who only works at H&R Block from January 2nd to April 19th. So they're working for 3 months. They take a class sometime in September and they come and do your taxes. January 2nd or January 31st, right? You get your W-2s January 31st. They have to be out by then. If I remember when I had a job, or if I remember correctly, You got to have it by February 1st, something like that, to April 19th. So is Donald Trump wrong for hiring a person that knows every law in the taxes that tells him, well, Donald Trump, we have this thing called a nonprofit. If you put $150 million in this nonprofit, not only will it be deducted from your what's it called? Your dollar for dollar, your earned income. Not only that, but it makes you look like a humanitarian. And then you can make it cyclical. And guess what you can do? You can donate that same $150 million out of that nonprofit to your wife's nonprofit. And then to your son's nonprofit. And then to your daughter's nonprofit. And all of your family members is an employee of somebody's nonprofit. And they live for free. They live for free. They live for free. And the Trump's bottom line, instead of making $150 million in 2022, they only made $50 million in 2022. And people get mad. They get mad because they don't know the laws. Now, if you were a Democrat, I'll ring it back down. What's that woman's name? Hillary Clinton. Same thing. Y'all want me to use Hillary Clinton for y'all indoctrinated dumbass niggas? I'll use Hillary Clinton. Same thing. Donald Trump and Hillary. No, excuse me. What's his name? Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton have amassed so much wealth doing the same thing Donald Trump does. Because you know why? They both have an accountant that went to Harvard, Yale, Brown, Columbia. It's all the same. They know the rules of the game because their uncles, their granduncles, their grandfather, their great-grandfather wrote the rules. I know this is going over a lot of your head. You guys are still on the first level, and you think I'm talking about Donald Trump right now. And it's okay. Rewind the tape, and you'll get it maybe when you grow up. You know what I mean? Maybe when you get Floyd Mayweather's nuts out your mouth or something like that, you'll get it. Or your Democratic Party, you'll get what I'm saying today. So here's what I'm telling y'all. Obey the rules and the laws of the land, and you will win. And guess what? The rules and the laws that you want to abide by may not be in the city and the state where you live. You may have to relocate so you can create the laws that you want. That's why so many business licenses and LLCs that people have businesses in Los Angeles, they run it out of Nevada. People in New York run it out of Delaware. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is what we have to learn. This is what we have to learn, guys. We have to learn the rules. So if I know Oscar Valdez is in Canelo's camp and Bob Arum knows what goes on in Canelo's camp, shit, why would I fight him in the city of Arizona when I could fight him on the Indian reservation in Arizona? That's not by accident. Or I can do it like this. Y'all want to talk money? Oh, I got some dumbass Mexican fans in LA. They think every Mexican fighter that fights in California loves Mexico. So what we gonna do? We gonna have a great Mexican fighter fight a Mexican guy that's from Mexico. And he's gonna be the Orthodox Mexican, kind of like Cesar Chavez Sr. You understand what I'm saying? He was like the mojo masculine authentic Mexican, and Oscar de la Hoya was the American Mexican, right? So I get somebody who don't know English, put them up against who's in LA. Let's say Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz is popular. So we put him up against a 27-0 Mexican. Mexicans gonna celebrate. They're gonna treat it like a holiday. But they don't know they're not celebrating their country. They're celebrating the last name of Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn, Al Heyman. These are the rules these are rules. And we fall for it all the time. You want to be an Olympian in America. You don't get paid. You don't get a forever stipend, but they give you a gold medal that Muhammad Ali threw off a bridge in 1960. They tricked us. They indoctrinated us to abide by the humanitarian spirit of this group ideology. They fucking tricked us. They tricked us. We've been hoodwinked and bamboozled, said Malcolm. Because when a black man goes and fights, Fred says, I'm rooting for the black guy. When a Mexican guy goes to fight, Juan says, I'm rooting for the Mexican guy. It has nothing to do, 0% to do with the red, black, and the green or Viva Mexico. Has nothing to do with that. But they have convinced us. They have convinced us that every time a black quarterback goes underneath the center, it's movement for black people in America. Every time a black judge gets appointed, it's progress for black people. It's not. She's been inserted into knowing the rules of the game. She won't not abide by the rules for her blackness. In order for her to take that position, she must be indoctrinated. She must get the manual of the rules. And the rules of the manual, she had to learn them over 15, 20 years, however long she was in there. And then you know what they said? She's ready. Bring her in for a 6-month orientation. And now she was appointed. Congratulations to her. But she will not put down the doctrine of the rules for black humanity. Now they're going to blend. Don't get me wrong. There are going to be moments where it blends and she's going to come out as a black hero. And CNN is going to paint her as a black hero. All of that will be true. This ain't an indictment on her as a person. This is how we've been hoodwinked and bamboozled. Al Heyman knows the rules. He knows this Mexican guy may need an advantage. And he will never cross the Mississippi. I made a mistake because I broke the rules when I took Leo to New York to fight Carl Frampton. That was a big ass mistake. Leo Santa Cruz hasn't crossed the Mississippi since Al made the mistake, because that was 2017, 2018. He was trying to figure this shit out, but he realized, no. There are rules. I got to abide by the stupidness of these dumb Americans. These dumb Americans believe in fairness and rules and nationalism. And so in order for it to work for me, Leo Santa Cruz will never cross the Mississippi ever again. And he hasn't crossed ever again. Vegas, LA, LA, Vegas, Vegas, LA, LA, Vegas. All because we're stupid. Leo Santa Cruz is not fighting the best fighters. He's not fighting the best fights. But his fan base believe if I get this Modelo or Corona, I'm having a Mexican experience. If Deontay Wilder fights, I'm having a black experience. They got us. Al Heyman wasn't taking a chance on the next great Mexican LA sensation. He wasn't taking a chance. We can't test this guy. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing in camp, but we will not test him. Because if we test him, there are 15 more rules that we must abide by. But if we don't test him, we don't have to abide by those 15 rules. You get it? I'll simplify it for you dumbass Democrats. The reason why you go to the back streets in your neighborhood is to avoid red lights and avoid stop signs. Right? Now, take that analogy. When you're going to pick up your son or daughter from school, you know y'all motherfuckers be zigzagging through them back streets, zigzag, 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 because you don't want to go on the main street because of traffic, and it's going to take you 3 or 4 minutes longer, and you got to get that parking space in school because if you're late, you're going to have to circle the block to get a parking spot. That's the same thing Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn, Al Heyman, Oscar De La Hoya does. They zigzag through the back streets of boxing to avoid the stop sign. What's that? A hexagon? Is that hexy? I don't know. I ain't had geometry in a long time. But the point I want to make is we the fools. We the fools. We fall for this shit every time. You don't believe me? Earl Spence undercard. Octagon. Thank you, Rob. How many is a hexagon? How many sides in a hexagon, dog? It sounded right, though. Let me tell you, that shit felt good coming off my chest. It's a hexagon. Hex sounds like 6, so it must be 6 sides. Appreciate you, dog. Thank you, dog. There are rules to this engagement that we call boxing. Thanks, Brian. All positive. Appreciate you. There are rules to this that they created. Bob Arum is the architect of this shit. He's the grand wizard. I don't want to say because that hexagon has 5. I don't want to put that stigma on him. He's not a grand wizard. He is the godfather. There we go. The Bob father. He is the godfather and the architect of boxing in 1966 to 2022. Is it Tuesday? Nah, it's Monday. Damn. And that's where we're at. Now we're sitting in this cesspool as boxing fans of humanity, of fairness. It's not fair it wasn't no drug test. But would you add 15 rules to your competitive advantage? If you had Shaq on your team, would you change the rules to 6 feet and under rule? A 6 foot and under league? No, you wouldn't, because you want Shaq to play on your team so you can dominate. And that's where we are in 2022. These promoters know all 50 states. Know all 50 states. They know all the rules. Mike Tyson? Oh, you got suspended in Nevada? So let's go to Memphis. Yeah, appreciate you, B-Box. Oh, they don't really have a strong commission there. So Mike Tyson can probably use steroids. I'm not saying they are. Just get what I'm saying. He'll pass a physical down there. He can use steroids. Lennox Lewis is in great shape. We don't have to worry about him, even if he did or didn't use steroids. But do you think we can go down here and Mike Tyson could pass a physical? Because he's blind in one eye. Oh, he's blind in one eye? Yeah, so let's take him down to Memphis. And we're going to get 100 million people to watch this fight. Not 100 million. We're going to make 100 million people and sell a 2 million pay-per-view. That's probably what it did. I was one of the dummies. One of the dumb Democrats at the time. And that's what they're doing. They got us in this humanitarian ball. They got us in this nationalistic ball. And we fall for it every time. They got us. Al Heyman will do what Bob Arum does. Bob Arum will do what Eddie Hearn does. Eddie Hearn will do what Oscar De La Hoya does. It's going to go. And every time you break the rules, Bob Arum is going to say, Al Heyman, you are going to destroy the sport of boxing because Al Heyman, I wrote you a manual, a step-by-step booklet for you to get. Shout out to Biggie. Here's the manual, Al Heyman. Read it, motherfucker. Because if you don't read this, I will make sure you fail. Oh, you don't believe me? Oh, I'm taking your ass to court. I don't have to pay for a lawyer. Because one, I am a lawyer. And I have one on salary. I have a compliance lawyer on salary. So I don't have to go out of myself and retain a law firm. But you do. and guess what? I know all the judges in the state of California. Not just LA County. No, Orange County, San Francisco, Oakland County, Kern County. I know them all. So you're going to have to change this. You're going to have to change the language of your contracts, Al. Oh, no, you didn't. Bob didn't lose. See, you're right. No, Bob didn't lose. Al Heyman changed the language of his contracts. Read the manuscripts. I wrote you a booklet for you to get. Bob Arum won't lose. These are his rules. He can't lose, man. How many times he been sued? How many times he's been investigated by the... Didn't they get him for fixing fights and all that? And these are his rules. On the outside looking in, it looks like cheating. But it's not cheating because guess what? These are the rules. These are the breaks. Pick them up, pick them up, pick them up. Hey, hey. Dun, dun. You understand what I'm saying? So Bob Arum will never be in the wrong. Now that Al Heyman has figured this shit out, Al Heyman will never be in the wrong. That's why he has no drug testing for his fighters. So now we got to understand the big picture, because I give you one more example. And here's how I'm gonna bring it home for you guys. The median variable in this is who? Bob Arum. Since y'all don't like, some of y'all don't like the black example. I'm a hater, I'm a racist, I'm a coon. Make sure you put it in all caps though with 3 exclamation points, and then it's acceptable. Okay. Now let's go to the UK. The same thing. Eddie Hearn don't know shit. Eddie Hearn don't know shit. You know why Eddie Hearn don't know shit? Because Eddie Hearn doesn't want to read Bob Arum's manual. He's trying his hardest. You know why he's trying his hardest? Because guess what? His dad has the manual in the UK. So he knows he has his dad manual to fall back on. No matter what happens in America, I have my dad's manual in the UK. It's ironclad. So it doesn't matter. So Eddie Hearn wants to come to America and literally rewrite Bob Arum's manual. Literally rewrite. Tear out pages, burn it, throw it in the ditch, throw it over a bridge like Muhammad Ali. But he don't have enough money to do it. You got to outlast. You got to outlast these rules to go against it. Because guess what? 80%, 90%, 95% of boxing is successfully eating off of this manual that Bob, and when I'm using Bob Arum's name, I'm using it loosely, but he is the most powerful man in boxing. Okay, period. And because this manual is here, 95% of fighters are eating off of it. I'm not saying that they're eating filet mignon. I'm not saying that they're eating steak and lobster. They're eating. But more importantly, the little godfathers, Oscar De La Hoya and Al Heyman, they accepted it. And now they're just waiting in the line for the Godfather to be called home by Jesus. And here we are. Saturday night. Fundora, Lubin, no drug testing. Because it's in the manual. Oh man. Hopefully y'all understood what the hell I was saying. If not, you got to rewind it or get older or get an older uncle to explain. I'm gonna open up these phone lines. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for coming in here. And this is where we're at. Now, I'm not saying it's wrong to believe in humanity, but you got rules at your job. You got rules in your business. You got rules in your house. You understand what I'm saying? Just like I have rules in the house, right? But Kennedy knows how to expand those rules. Kennedy has, she knows if she sits on my lap and then asks the question, I'm more susceptible to saying yes. But if she jumps on me, hey, daddy, I'm going to get weak. And then she's going to say, can I? You know what I mean? So these are rules that we create. Just like, Friday is, I don't have to work as hard on Friday. Everybody's looking towards Friday at 5:00. Different levels, different values, but still same rules. So feel free to call in, man. And we're going to rock out. And don't forget to click that link. Checks and balances, man. It's waiting on y'all. Go pre-order. Go pre-order. Go pre-order. And 410, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Fred? I
Hey.
just want to say on a political note, be they Democrat or Republican, they are all beholden to lobbyists. And every Democrat, when they talking to their accountant, is a Republican behind closed doors. And that's just the basic fact. Maxine Waters, she stand out there and say, oh, woe is me and Auntie Maxine, but she ain't done nothing for black people in 25 years. You ought to run first, Fred. I mean, it is what it is. And it's a gimmick game because they accept money from lobbyists. I mean, how can you come into politics? Say you got $50,000 in the bank. All right, you worked a job, you saved up $50,000, got a gig in government, sent you to DC, and all of a sudden overnight, you worth $10-15 million. That's called inside trading and taking money from lobbyists. They all do it. It's just the level of how much they do it. I mean, you right there with Nancy Pelosi. Run for Nancy Pelosi's seat. She 82 years old with dementia.
Man, it's impossible. It's impossible.
Yeah, I know.
It's impossible to defeat her. Are you kidding me?
You're gonna need. Listen, she controls the pocketbook for the Democrats.
Oh yeah.
So you'll never be able to defeat her. I mean, right now I look at it like this: when she retires, I think her nephew, who was your governor, was gonna run for president. But I think after he finally loses from fucking up California so bad, he gonna take her seat. That's how that's gonna go. But yeah, I mean, I'm an independent personally. I make them tell me, if you can't explain to me what you're gonna do for me, let alone my people, I'm not voting for you. I can't do it. Joe Biden can't tell me what the hell he's going to do for me. He can't tell me. He can't tell. Listen, Joe Biden is a suit. All right? He's just a dude in a suit. He don't understand nothing what's going on around him. So people need to understand when they start talking about Ukraine and all this other shit, that's what the Democrats want. They want a war because every time we have a war, the military-industrial complex starts spending money. They done gave away $14, $15, $20 billion to Ukraine. They ain't even trying to spend that on in the cities, in the Democrat-run cities. And that's just the way it is. They're gonna every 4 years they're gonna come out and say, "Man, we're gonna need you because we're gonna need these reparations this time." Because old Joe said he's gonna pull us across the line. Man, that nigga ain't doing shit for you. Oh. He's so old. He got in the Senate back in 1972, 1973. All right, and at that time he was he hung around racists, so he was probably one of them people that said, "Oh, hey, how you doing today, boy? Can you shine my shoes before I go up in here?" And the boy being a 60, 70-year-old man. Uh-huh. You know what I'm saying? That's how disrespect. Man, that nigga got them fake badass veneers and hair plugs, and motherfuckers think he doing something. He ain't gonna do shit for you. And his next little plan is to start taxing people on Social Security. So when your grandma's Social Security check is down $200 a month, you know why. All right, that's how they gonna do it. That's why they letting all these Mexicans in right now. They said by the end of the year it's gonna be additional 2 to 3 million Mexicans, illegal immigrants in the United States. They are competing for the same jobs that Black Americans are. All right, be it on a construction site or plumber, welder, the whole nine. Yeah. So they're gonna go for the lower talent, or not the lower talent, but the lower price. That $50 billion infrastructure plan they trying to roll out and all this other book. Them jobs ain't meant for Black people. Them jobs is meant for illegal Mexican workers. Because check this out, for real, I wouldn't do it. I want to see how many Black companies that they get part of that. It ain't about the workers, it's about how many Black companies get a piece of that pie. It ain't gonna be many. It ain't gonna be many. But look, let me get off here. I'm finished talking.
No, it's fine. I appreciate you, man. You needed somebody to talk to and share this shit. You've been thinking about it Since he got elected, since your boy got elected, what's up?
You know what I tell people?
Nah.
Everybody think that I'm a professional boxer. What I tell them is, y'all check me out Saturday night. Saturday, I'm gonna be on the Earl Spence Ugas very undercard.
Ain't nobody think your old ass is a fucking fighter. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Get the fuck out of
when
here.
you get Derek James on here, ask him, say, you know somebody be saying, he be like, yeah, that motherfucking Dana.
Yeah. Derek James is a good guy, man. Him and Earl Spence make a good tandem. Batman and Batman. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I be hitting the body bag, not the body bag. Is it called? What's it called? Why am I so stupid right now?
The aqua bag?
No, the aqua bag. I love the aqua bag, but the heavy bag. I'll be on the heavy bag pretending like Derek James is doing the mitts. You know what I mean? Because I like how he do the mitts.
I be lying. I be telling Tank's coach, I be coming down there. I'm gonna box Tank up and shit. I'm like, come on down. I be like, nah. I tell you what though. I'm gonna tell you a fine motherfucker.
It better be a woman. Hold up. It better be a woman. Better be a woman, nigga.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Because you're getting kind of comfortable now, nigga.
I was walking by the Upton Boxing Gym one day.
Upton Boxing Gym, DMV area.
That's where Tanky them work out at.
Uh-huh.
And I seen Alicia Bumgarner's fine ass walk. Man, I was about to holler at her.
You too old, nigga.
Man, shit. That's why they make Viagra. I got a little bit of money.
Oh, do you 62?
Blue pills.
Oh, do you 62?
Huh?
Oh, do you 62?
Nah, man, I'm only 54.
54, nigga. 54. 54 with the spokes.
I tell my daughter all the time. She's like, oh, you want to come take your granddaughter to Disneyland? I'm like, hell no. I say, shit, your daddy might mess around and have another baby. They ain't going to be fair to her.
Oh, man. Yeah, you better live your life, big homie. Live your life, man. Viagra, whatever you got to do it.
I'm mad.
I ain't mad at you.
Work.
Hey, yeah.
I'll talk to y'all later, though. Man.
All right. Appreciate you, big homie. Appreciate you, man. I appreciate you taking your dentures out and calling in, though, man. That's what, hey, when an OG take his dentures out and calling, the nigga comfortable, man. Nigga got a cigar. He dipping that shit in some brown shit. You know what I mean? Old niggas take their mouth. Cigar. Dip that shit. And they having a good time. You know what I mean? 307. What up?
What's going on, Fred?
How you feel, man?
I just finished a fucking an 18-pack, just ate some dinner, and I was about to go ahead and fall asleep, but I couldn't help but just come across the show. And it's funny because while I was watching the Fundora Lubin fight, I couldn't help but just think about that. I was thinking about Margarito, Fury, because when I see this configuration, I'm like, hold on. So I was thinking about this configuration. I couldn't help but just think of gloves because nothing surprises me with boxing today, right? But let's talk about politics a little bit. But what I'm gonna say, I'm gonna bring Democrats and Republicans together.
Yeah.
Pelosi, she representatives when they run for Congress, Senate, what have you, they are guaranteed through taxpayer dollars an annual salary. Let's just give it a number. Let's give it a number. And guys, if you're listening to me, which you are, go ahead and Google this shit. You don't gotta take my word for it. I'm a fucking liar. I'm a stranger. Don't take my word for it. Let's assume that she's guaranteed $90,000 a year, which that's a lot of fucking money. Her and her husband are millionaires. How do you think that they've reset to that salary and that wealth, to that legacy of owning that? Okay? And they're Democrats, and supposedly they work for the little guy. Another thing, when I used to live in Oklahoma, I'm in New York now, but I'm going to go back over there because I can't deal with New York prices. But anyways, when I used to live in Oklahoma, I actually came across this white boy, and the dude is a fucking redneck, back of the woods, Confederate flag waving. I mean, you give this guy a few fucking beers, and somewhere down the line, he might just blur out the N-word. And I'm talking about ER, not the AH. But he didn't do it in a way that was malicious. It was just, just him being a fucking white boy from that neck of the woods, right? So he told me one point in time that he actually was part of the voting procedure in the state of California, excuse me, and they came out with the winner before he even finished the voting process. Let me say that one more time. The state of California came out with the winner well before he finished with the voting process. And right then and there, while he's drinking his fucking beer and shit, he's telling me, dude, ever since that, I never trusted the voting system. This shit is rigged. It's a lie. It's bullshit. And there's no point in voting if you're going to wait on those long-ass lines, vote, and then maybe you might cause a dent on the fate or where the country is going. Another topic, if you look at the back of your dollar bill, and I'm not going into conspiracies or nothing, but it's just historical, factual shit. And the pyramid, forget about the eye, never mind the pyramid, but it says ordo ad chaos. In Latin, that means order out of chaos. So we need to have these wedges, confusion, divisions. For example, Fred is black, I'm Dominican, so I'm from the brown community, he's from the black community. So we're going to go back and forth, right? And then you're going to have your genders, then you're going to have your politics, then you're going to have Democrat versus Republican, then you're going to have the education class, poor versus rich, then you're going to have, I'm rocking the Jordans, he's rocking, let's say, I don't know, the Converses, which they ain't worth nothing, depending which part of the country you're in. Or I'm from the South, he's from the North. See what I'm saying? There's so many divisions. It keeps us fighting against each other. Or if anything, we should be in one. We should be in concert. We should be fighting the one common enemy is the one that keeps us poor, divided, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, was it at a coincidence that Will Smith smacked the shit out of Chris Rock? No, it wasn't. We was in the middle of fucking inflation, prices going up. Now we are entering, caring about a war, and that has nothing to do with us in Ukraine and Russia. But when Rwanda was being massacred, when Afghanistan and Iraq was getting blown up, nobody was talking about, oh, put up your little flags. Let's care about them. No, it was none of that. But since it's a white country in Europe, now we got to care about it. That's one more thing. Now, let me bring this back full circle because I could just keep going on and on and on. I don't want to burn up your airtime. This is my last point. Okay, so what's my point? We could talk about immigration. We could talk about politics. We could talk about races. We could talk about genders. All these things divide us. And at the end of the day, it don't matter. Why? Because robots are taking care. They're taking over the workforce. Barbershop. You don't got to believe me. You go back to McDonald's. Now there's a kiosk that you can order your motherfucking McDonald's meal. Tesla already has a commercial vehicle where it can drive itself. Siri, and she'll listen as if she wasn't listening before. And you can tell her, bitch, put on the Beatles, and she'll put on the motherfucking Beatles. So these robots slowly but surely are taking over. So it don't matter if the immigrant is taking a job or the black person is a little bit behind, but he wants to make more income. Our jobs are being destroyed by AI, right? Artificial intelligence. And all these little things you see on TV is just a distraction. Guys, let's go back to boxing. Let's go back to something that keeps us in common. But at the end of the day, it's just a distraction. War, politics, gender, Pelosi, Democrat, Republican, all that is just a motherfucking distraction. And moreover, if I could just say this, and your votes don't count when it comes to the White House. They only matter in the state. The presidency is picked by the states, and you elect the motherfucking people who represent the states. So if you don't even know the representative in your own backyard, you should not even care about who the motherfucking person is running the White House. Ask yourself this. I know everybody's clowning me on the comment section. I can only imagine. Who runs your district right now? Are they Democrat? Is it Republican? Is it a man? Is it a woman? You tell me. Whether you're in Baltimore, whether you're in Milwaukee, whether you're in LA, whether you're in New York, whether you're in Miami, who runs your district right now? And what are their policies? And what are their opinions? And how do you even have their numbers?
Amen, nigga. Amen, nigga. God damn.
You know what? It's overkill. The barbershop, thank you for letting me cook. I appreciate
you,
that.
man. Don't drink a 19th, nigga.
I support and back everything you're saying. Going back to Fundora, I think he cheated. We just don't know that, and we'll never know because he never took his gloves off. And when I was watching that fight, I couldn't help but just think of that. I was thinking about Margarito. I was thinking that.
Yeah, you sound like my father, drunk than a motherfucker. I've never had a sober conversation with my father. Maybe I have when he woke up. But I mean, shit, nigga, you sound drunk than a motherfucker. Go to bed, nigga. Drink some water, because you going to drink some fucking...
That's what that is. That truth kicking in. That's what that is. But good looks. I appreciate that. I appreciate that compliment. I appreciate that.
Okay. Yeah, my dad didn't give a fuck. 504, what's up? Yo. Yeah, we hear you, nigga. What's
all right. Man, that nigga finishing thoughts and thank you for letting me cook. Boy, you did not cook. You were sitting there babbling like a drunken fool. But anyway, I'm gonna hit you with a real fact. You want to talk about facts?
Oh shit! Yeah.
No, listen, this is gonna be short and sweet, Fred.
Oh, this nigga about to go to 1854. I know this nigga about to go to 1854.
No, I'm about to go to 2022.
All right, good. Whew, thank Jesus.
The Ukraine has the biggest population of Nazis in the world at the current time, right now, as we speak. And the United States has gave them $14 billion or some crazy number like that, and they're importing them over here. And then they're giving them free education, which black people can't even get over here. All right, I'm off that soapbox. Now on to boxing. 2 points. Well, two things I gotta say. Black fighters. That handbook Fred talking about. Whenever that Bob handbook get put in front of you, no rules, no drug testing, I suggest you get juice to the gills and load your gloves up. And I'm done. Please.
Kyle, have you ever drank the 18 pack before?
No.
What's the most beers you've ever drank in one sitting?
None.
You don't drink beer?
No.
You drink alcohol?
No.
Oh, you don't? You smoke?
No.
Oh, okay. Excuse me.
It's all pointless, man. Most dudes drink to get girls. Most people smoke to cope with life. You know what I mean?
Elbow said, "Play the song, Kyle." Yeah, man. We had some interesting 2 calls, which is cool, man. How you doing?
Man, you didn't let me in quick enough, boy. I was ready to go, boy.
I mean, I didn't let you in. I kicked you in as soon as he.
No, I had to tell you twice.
Oh, you know I didn't see the first time. I didn't see the first time. Right. My bad. Everything good with you?
Everything is great, man. I can't complain too much, man. Super. Spring break was a little tough.
Oh, today's your first day of spring break?
Man.
You got all the kids at the house.
Oh, man. You know, you could just get one, just a couple hours. You know, that's one less.
Yeah.
Huh?
No,
that's one less ride you got to do. You know what I mean? That's one less game you got to run around and do. You know what I'm saying? Dude, they had me running all day, man. I couldn't even eat my food without somebody grabbing my hand. Yeah, I mean, like, fuck your food, daddy. We want to play.
Yeah.
Monsters.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't take them to see. Don't take them.
Huh?
Don't take them to see Sonic.
Man, I got to, man.
Kennedy been running around the house like this.
You know, that's Junior's favorite movie. You know, the first one.
I ain't seen it.
Yeah, the first one he been doing that ever since, though.
Yeah, I ain't seen the second one. I was asleep. They're like Lincoln said, "You were asleep, Daddy." Yeah, I was asleep. Yeah.
You just went.
I mean, gotta take them. Gotta take them.
Man, listen, man. My goddaughter done learned how to FaceTime.
And you got a goddaughter. God damn.
Bro, she been listen, she learned how to FaceTime. Her and my daughter, right? They've been FaceTime each other all day, bro.
Sure.
Dude, my phone been dead all day, dude.
Yeah, you gotta get it.
Because my daughter got the iPad, right? But my goddaughter she always calls my phone first before she calls my daughter. So I had to switch. I had to hang up and then call her on my daughter's iPad, bro. They been doing this shit all day, man. Imagine 5-year-olds going back and forth on FaceTime, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, you got 4 more days. So teachers deserve a raise.
I've always said that, man. I've always said that. Listen, I was a fucked up kid. And when I look back at the salaries that the teachers that dealt with me made, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
I think my first year I made 28,000. Something in there.
Not enough, man. To deal with a nigga like me at that juncture of life, hell no. Me in middle school, somebody should have made 100,000 a year.
Fact.
At my middle school alone, niggas should have made listen, bro. We had one of the worst middle schools you could ever go to, ever. If anybody's from Oakland in here and you're familiar with Elmhurst Middle School, bro, it's probably the worst at the time.
All right, cool. What's up, Max?
Yo, what's good, man? Hey, you on that spring break trip, man? I'm done with mine.
Mine is this week. So,
yeah, mine was last week.
Yeah, glad. What's up?
Man, first of all, I don't know what the fuck any of them motherfuckers was talking about earlier, but it was entertaining. This is all for entertainment, so shout out to that. But yeah, 18 pack that's wild, yo. Like, yeah.
That's a lot of alcohol.
Yo, that's a professional.
Like,
man, I can get down like a half bottle of heme, but that's sipping it slow, man. I ain't knocking back no 18 pack. But man, I this fight this weekend, man. I've seen the undercard look kind of crazy too. I don't think anyone's really talking about the undercard fights. I'm actually kind of glad that PBC put together a fucking good card for once.
Oh, you like the card?
I like the other cards. I
like the free portion of it. I think that's interesting. The free portion. I don't like the pay-per-view one, but I like the free portion.
Yeah, that's good. Free boxing is always good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, who you telling?
I watch it for all the time anyway.
Yeah. I was about to say shit. Hey, I mean, if it ain't Mayweather, I ain't really paying, and I'm not paying for no more Mayweathers either. So I'm pretty much out the game on that. But hey, he's the GOAT. Remember when we were talking about this drug testing shit? You know who made it mandatory? The GOAT. The GOAT. You ain't stepping in the ring with him without taking a drug test. And that's on his shit. That's how all these motherfuckers need to do it. If you're the A side, that should be the first thing you demand. Drug test. Fuck ring size, fuck gloves, all that other shit. Drug test, take it or leave it. That's it. But that I was watching the Fundora Lubin back again real quick, kind of see like where things went wrong. Because I was noticing like Lubin's face got fucked up pretty quick, like from one round to the next. And I don't know about the glove game shit, Fred. I was kind of peeping it, but I don't know, man. I think Lubin just caught too many fucking punches in the same fucking spot over and over and over again. And then he got his shit broke, nose and fucking jaw. So,
but Fundora ain't never did none of that to nobody though, bro. And he done had way lesser opponents that took way more punishment.
Hey, but them way lesser opponents had a way higher degree of defense than Lubin did. Like Lubin got no defense. He don't believe in defense. He's just gonna try to catch him. He's the hammer for a reason. Hey, all he wants to do is punch and catch punches to his face. Obviously, I don't know, man. That's why I didn't see the hype on the fight. But
Lubin to be a champion again, though, I believe that.
Beating who? Like when Charlo gives up the belts or whoever wins this weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. When they all, I mean, he might end up getting like an intern championship or a silver or a.
No, he gonna get it. Listen, bro. if you didn't respect Lupin after this weekend, bro, fuck you. The nigga, he didn't throw the talent on his own, nigga. He was ready to throw them hands some more. He said, fuck
Yeah,
that
no, he
broken
got heart.
nose, fuck that jaw. So, nigga, no, he got heart, nigga. And
He got heart, for sure.
Let me tell you this, though. Fundora, he cool, he good. But if a motherfucker can box and got power, they stick to the game plan. See, the thing Lupin did wrong was he wasn't listening to his coach, man. That's the first sign of losing a fight. Now, if your coach got a dumbass plan for you, and then you do something else and you can win, then all right, cool. But if you did the total opposite of what the man telling you to do and you getting your ass beat, I mean, technically he wasn't getting his ass beat because he was winning the fight, technically. But I'm saying as far as taking that unnecessary punishment, man, it's unnecessary. Man, Fred says this shit all the time. Black fighters always want to try to prove some shit. No, man, just outbox this nigga, man. Just outbox him, outclass him, and then we going home. So now, he done lost shit. Now he got to start all the way over, dog. Think about this. He already did like 3 fucking title eliminators. Now you got to start all the way over.
Damn.
That's the worst part, bro. So that's why I say he deserves a rematch, bro. Him and Fundora need to get it on again.
No, you ain't getting that.
Nah, why does he got stopped? It wasn't like a split decision.
My nigga,
his face shows that he does not need a rematch.
No, bro, it was a great fight, dude. It was a great fight. It was a back and forth. It was a back and forth fight. He just took a little more punishment, bro.
I think there's a lot of people at 154 for him to fight though to get back into. I mean, 154 is kind of like lightweight, a cool division.
He need that run back, man. He need that run back. You know what I'm saying? Because he got dropped once and got right back up. You know what I'm saying? He started fighting again. Now with the Charlo shit, I mean, nigga, he was out, nigga. He was asleep. He wasn't sleeping this joint. He was still up, nigga. He was ready to fight.
I feel like he gets rocked every fight though.
Hey, man, it's boxing, man. It's boxing, bro.
You can't catch punches with your face. That's what you can't do. No matter how good your hands are, you cannot catch punches with your face. He's not gonna have a long career. Like judging off the way he fights, because he does like to, get in there, like you said, prove some shit, but that's just gonna get him some CTE very quickly.
Unless you Bruce Leroy, man, you got to have some defense, man.
You gotta have some, at least some of this. Like some of this, some stop. Like, come on, man, something. Fuck.
My boys out here look like Martin, dog. I ain't gonna even lie, cuz.
Max put his hands on the vertebrae. Put your hand on
like, I thought he was in there with Tommy Hearn, cuz.
Bruh, I'm gonna let you rip off like 10 body shots when you hit my face again. Fuck. My shit is broke, bro. My shit is broke. Like, what do you mean? Like,
hey, ain't that crazy though, dog? And that's why I don't know if you don't PEDs though. This is why I know Duke be on PEDs, because although he broke his jaw, the nigga was still fighting the nigga in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. The glove get, I don't know, man. He stood in the pocket though, cuz.
I mean, the PEDs is probably more likely, considering. I mean, if there's no testing, you just gotta kind of assume one way or another somebody's on them, if not both, of some kind, EPOs or PEDs or steroids or enhancements of any kind. But I mean, I don't even know if Fundora. I don't know how long Fundora is going to last at 154.
Right. And someone made a good point.
Drug test, he'll last forever.
What was that?
Someone said, to your point, Kyle, Devin should just box. Just box and win. Box and win. Fuck the cute shit. Fuck the jury. Fuck the cool. Fuck the fans.
Fuck the fans.
Win, big dog.
Hey, but
win.
You see, it's our fault though. When you mention that these guys have something to prove, it's our fault because we just witnessed one of the greatest boxers ever, and half these people ridiculed him for not doing that shit. So now these new boxers coming up are thinking, if I box, I'm not going to get the love. People are going to say I'm boring. People are going to say...
I would disagree with this alpha. We have the right to want what we want because we're paying cable bill. We have the right to say what we want to say. We're fans. Like LeBron James, go to the hole. Don't shoot the three. You know what I mean? Floyd, throw the uppercut.
Listen,
But I
bro.
think it's the discipline of the fighters to understand they got to keep on winning so these fans can keep on booing.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, and that's where they go wrong. They try and find that happy space, that happy balance, you know. But I think we as a fans say, no, nigga, take the chance. Nigga, take the chance.
This is why I love Shakur Stevenson. Because he would have ended up like Burchell if he wasn't smart.
Nah, no one would end up like Burchell, but we get you.
No, I'm saying he fought the same guy.
Nah, that's Bambi. That's Burbambi. That's his name, Burbambi from now on.
Now you talking about a man blocking punches with his face, boy.
Nah,
Terminator, man.
Man, that motherfucker was walking in that motherfucker.
No, he was headbutting their fist. That's the strategy. You try to break their hand, man. You gotta. No, but I mean, but even the thing was, Floyd had the combination of half or over half the people behind his fights want to see him lose. He just never lost because he stuck to the game plan, because he was disciplined, because he didn't brawl for the fans and do that shit. So then you just have to tune into the next fight and see if he gets his ass whipped again. Or like a lot of
he brawled at the right time, but it wasn't really brawl. He just threw some combinations at the right time. Yeah, it wasn't like he was just like playing defense the whole fight. No, he
was in the pocket the majority of his career.
Floyd never threw combinations in the second half of his career.
Shit, you ain't see that Canelo fight?
Like three punch combinations. He ain't even off Benavidez.
Stab, jab, lead, right, roll out. You know what I mean? He ain't fucking. Boy, they taking no chances. Boy, they taking none. But I get what you're saying. You're right. You're right.
That's all Jab gotta do. His jab is he. I like. Listen, man. If he don't got the best jab, he got top 5 jab in the game right now.
Who?
Devin Haney.
Oh, Haney.
He has a good jab, but it's not. I don't think he can do it for 12 rounds. I think he can. Yeah. I don't think he has the. I don't think he has the strength to do it for 12 rounds. I think he can do it. I think he has a. Yeah, you're right. He has a great jab for the first 6 rounds.
I mean, he had a great jab with Linares for the first 11 rounds.
I think he gets in his own way because I think in the back of his head he hears people, "You can't knock him out. You ain't gonna, you know." That's he always has one time in a fight where he just tries and then he gets, "Oh, never mind."
Yeah, and Haney is young too. If win the fight, dog. Like I don't want Devin Haney saying I wanted to please the fan. Fuck the fan. Fuck the fan. Win the fight, dog. Win the fight. And I'm a fan. I'll complain. Shit, I wish you would have knocked him out. You know, but shit, you still in that position. You understand? You still in the driver's seat. You don't want to.
And now they gotta knock you out.
Yeah. You don't want to sit where Rosa Parks at. You know what I mean? Be the bus driver. You know what I mean? For real. For real. You know what I mean? Yeah, shit. My insensitive ass. But it's cool. But yeah, it's important. I need Devin Haney to be the bus driver. Fuck it. We all can complain, but it's gonna feel a little bit worse when the motherfucker's in the back of the bus about to get arrested and he's sitting in the black only section. You know what I mean? So let him keep winning. And I rather complain about him being boring than like fuck, he fucking lost. He shouldn't have took the fucking chance. He should have fucking boxed. You get what I'm saying? We might as well take a call. You staying, Max? Might as well take this call.
That's how.
Yeah. I'm head out, y'all.
Oh, you are? Okay. What's up, 414? Appreciate you, Max.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, dog. Yeah. 414, what's up?
All right, brother. Am I looking at you live right now?
Yeah, nigga, you know you live. You hear me on the TV, nigga.
Okay, I appreciate all the respect to you too, bro.
Turn the TV down, man. What's up?
Just a second.
You know, you had the coaches.
I don't know what this nigga talking about, but let's just listen. Bro. Let's see what he's talking about. What's up?
Yeah, so I've been wanting to speak to you, man, because I would like to receive a lot of those questions I see you asking Nuri Muhammad and and Dr. what's his name, Dr. Wesley, because I'm 72 years old and I was in the nation under Elijah Muhammad from 70 to 75. Most of these brothers that I see, they weren't even around during that time. So how are they answering questions from back then?
Because they have Farrakhan. They have Farrakhan. Farrakhan tells them, and they read the books, and and it's just hearsay getting passed down.
Brother, I can tell you when I joined the nation in 1970, I remember I would see Clara Muhammad at the temple, and I never saw that lady smile, and I wondered why. And it wasn't until years later that that I became aware of why that lady didn't smile. As for those women that they called the wives now, you didn't hear anything like that back then. Nothing. Nobody would even speak of those women back then, or the children. Most of those children weren't recognized until after Elijah Muhammad died, and they filed, 22 in probate court, trying to get 22 people trying to get after that money. So yeah, and Farrakhan makes stuff up as he goes along. Some of the stuff I hear him say is so absurd and ridiculous, I can't stand it. But yeah, I just wanted to touch base with you, brother. I've been watching you lately.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. I'll bring those topics back when I have Kyle for a full show. I'll definitely bring him back, so we gotta get his opinion on this.
I look forward to it.
Yeah, please. Oh, please. You already know. That's one of my favorite subjects, man. I can hit live every night and talk about the nation of Islam. I ain't lying. I done did so much research, man. Man, I'm telling you, man. It's like who's better, Kobe or Shaq? Who's worse, Elijah or Lewis?
Yeah.
Hey, why did you leave in 75? Why did you leave?
No, in 1975, I actually been put out for the second time when Elijah Muhammad died.
For what? What'd you get put out for?
The first time I got put out is because there was a friend of mine, a brother came from Los Angeles, and he had what he was calling lessons. And I don't know if this was part of COINTELPRO, whatever, but basically it took the Yakub's history nonsense way out on a way deeper level. Some of the kind of stuff Wesley Muhammad be talking sometimes, I don't know what he be talking about, but I was asked to produce it, and I wouldn't produce it to the captain, so they put me out. They let me back in. The second time I got put out was I had watched these two brothers fight, and I wouldn't give a statement regarding what I had seen. So I was put out, and then when Ibark B. Muhammad inherited the leadership, he basically granted an amnesty, and everybody came back in. I followed him for a period of time, and then I actually took my Shahada in 1992 in Imam Jamil Abdullah El Amin's community in Atlanta, and that's when I sort of came towards the Quran and the Sunnah.
Okay. Well,
so, I mean, I'm 72 years old, so
I'm glad you found your peace, though. I'm glad you found your peace, and you're happy now.
Oh, absolutely.
I know it took time to get there.
Is the light, and I'm like you. I'm still. In fact, we're trying to bring Abdurrahman Muhammad to here to Milwaukee next in May. So we're working on that.
How old is he? How old is he?
How old is he? I don't know. There's a brother from Terre Haute, Indiana, who has actually spoken to him. I'm not sure how old Abdurrahman Muhammad is. I had never heard of before the Netflix piece, which I've probably seen about 9 times. Before that, I had never heard of him before.
Yeah.
But I really appreciate what he brought out, and particularly what I appreciate, brother, is that he. What he put out exonerated those two brothers who should have never been in prison in the first place. And the thing that I cannot believe is when I saw an interview with him, with Muhammad Abdulaziz, that the nation never assisted those brothers or their families when they were locked up.
No, not at all. They never do. And the one that got caught, Thomas Hayer, said the same thing. Like, I thought I was following what God said.
Well, here's my thing, brother, is that I have examples where they did. If you go online and Google or do a search of a brother by the name of Hugh Tenon. Hugh Tenon was a brother who was about 19, 20 years old, and he was arrested in Cordele, Georgia, after he was told not to come back to Cordele, Georgia, selling Muhammad Speaks newspaper. Mm-hmm. The sheriff arrested him, had him handcuffed, and was going to take him somewhere and kill him. And this brother kicked the gun out of the police officer's hand, caught the gun, and killed the sheriff. Made his way all the way here to Milwaukee and was arrested here in Milwaukee, where I live. And Elijah Muhammad sent $25,000 to bail him out, and he was put under the supervision of the minister and all of us, basically chaperoned him everywhere he went. Another incident where this brother, I don't know if you ever heard this brother named Nudie Mims.
No.
He was in the if you read the book Black Brothers Inc., he's mentioned there. He's not one of the guys from the temple in Philadelphia who went in and killed those people who in that house in D.C. who were affiliated with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. This brother tied up some people in a furniture store and set it on fire in Philly. They brought him to Chicago and looked out for him for something like that, but they didn't look out for these brothers, Talmadge Hayer and Muhammad Abdulaziz and Khalil Islam. That's crazy to me.
Well,
go ahead.
What was your perspective of Malcolm X in the 70s?
Say that again.
What was your perspective of Malcolm X in the 70s?
Well, after being a lover of Malcolm from the first time I never met him personally, I was only 14 or 15 when Malcolm was assassinated. During the time that I was in the nation, I still had a love for Malcolm, but you could not mention his name. You could not say his name. You could not say anything about Malcolm. The fire was still hot from 1965 when I came in February 1970. And I've always had a love for Malcolm and Muhammad Ali, both. They were the first two men that I ever saw really stand up and speak out like men, particularly at a time when in the 50s and 60s when I was growing up. That meant a lot to me. But it's a travesty what they did. That should have never happened. To kill a brother right in front of his family over some words, no. And I will tell you what was amazing to me as a former member of the nation, when Muhammad Abdul-Rahman went to Newark, the attitude and the mentality of those brothers that was like still stuck back, that was amazing for me to see. I had not seen that since 1975. That these brothers were still staunchly felt that Malcolm deserved to die simply because he talked about this man having relations with these young women and having babies by him. And 9 wives, you can't have 9 wives in Islam. 4 is your max. So 9, no, those were not his wives. That was just some trim.
Some trim. Facts.
That's all that was. And it's unfortunate because Clara Muhammad, when Elijah Muhammad and most of the men in the nation were round up and put in prison for not going to the draft and for sedition, Clara Muhammad and the women in the nation held that community up during that time. And how did he repay her? The loyalty for her doing that? Cavorting with these younger women. And how did Warith Deen Muhammad repay him? changed all the names of the schools from University of Islam to Clara Muhammad. That's where that came from, because he was probably the most affected by it. He was probably closest to his mom, him and then Akbar. And so all of us would appreciate, well, not all of us. Let me just speak for myself. I appreciated the truth that he told when he took in the leadership. I don't think Warif Muhammad had the leadership skills to carry that community. He's trying to lead a community like that, and I think he was up front with that. He made it. Like I don't want to be the kind of leader where I'm trying to manage people in different states around the country, because when you go to different regions, things are different. So having one man speaking for everybody like that, we way past that. And he recognized that. He just stuck with it as long as he could. But I appreciated the truth that he told about his father and the nation, all the way around. I believe the truth is the best. That's the best medicine we can have besides laughter.
We appreciate you calling in and spreading the truth.
Yes, sir, my brother. By the way, my name is Muhammad Abdullah, and like I said, I enjoy
Thank you
putting out there, because you feel this brother, man.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. That's love.
All right, my brother. You take care.
Thank you, Mr. Muhammad.
Yes, sir, brother. Straight ahead.
Appreciate it. Straight ahead. Absolutely. Straight ahead. I ain't heard that in a long time. Hey, when you go to a mosque and say Mr. Muhammad, everyone's gonna turn around. What's up? Oh, so Earl Spence got an award from the city today. I actually want to play this clip. It's gonna take us off topic a bit, but what's up? MIA, what's up?
Fred, what's going on?
What's up, man?
Fred, I wanted to talk to you about the fight that this week.
Okay, well, we got who's
Fred,
fighting this week?
No, about the one that just happened.
Oh, last week in.
Yeah, so I was watching the Tony Harrison fight.
Uh-huh.
What did he actually win every round?
I thought so. He was in control. Maybe he lost one or two. I don't know.
I bet on him to win, and he was an underdog. And bro, I promise you, on like the live betting, they had him as an underdog for like 8 rounds. And I was like, I couldn't understand, because it looked like he was winning the fight, and they had him as like a plus 500 underdog. I was like, I'm not seeing this. And then out of nowhere, just like automatically switched to like minus like 600. What the fuck?
Mm.
And then on the judges' scorecard, I thought it was a closer one, and they said that he basically won every round. I was like, what the flying fuck just happened with? I was like, I mean, luckily I was like, I just kept betting him, because like he looked like he was winning the fight, and like I was hoping he got the knockout, because it was like plus 2,000.
Oh, you got that in? You doing that in-game stuff?
Yeah, like he was hitting them hard as fuck. I was praying my boy was going crazy. I really thought he was gonna knock him out. So it would have been awesome, even better if he did. And then on the Lubin fight, bro, you gave us the insider info, and I still bet on Lubin like an idiot. I was like, I feel so stupid.
No, I picked Lubin, so but it was no drug testing.
I thought they said he was winning on the scorecard. I was like,
yeah, he was. He was winning on the scorecard.
I was like, he's getting his ass beat. Like he was throwing, like he was fighting back, but like this kid was just throwing so many punches in a row at him. It was like he was throwing 4 or 5, and Lubin was landing 1 or 2.
Yeah, Lubin's was pinpoint. I don't know how he stood up to that shit. How the hell Fundora stood up to some straight shots by Lubin?
Because he seen him coming, man.
And then no. Mind you that after he got knocked down, he got hit with the cleanest shot ever. He got hit with one of the cleanest shots I've ever seen. He stood there. I couldn't even believe. I thought he was done. He got dropped. The ref picked him up. He put the mouthpiece back in, and then literally right when he walked out, Lubin hit him with an overhand right to the face. Just hit him clean as hell. And then the bell rang. I was like, I don't know how he still even stood up to that, which was crazy. But what on Fundora? I heard that you that's why I think I'm stupid, because you think he's possibly was on steroids or whatever type of substance to make his performance better. I mean, so what, you think Ugas is gonna be on it?
He got Memo Heredia in this corner. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. He has Memo Heredia. Memo Heredia is helping him, and Memo Heredia has a history. So
no drug testing in this fight.
I didn't make any phone calls today, but I can find out so easy.
I mean, to be honest with you, that's even crazier. That's even a question at this point for a 3-title.
Good point.
Fight.
The fact that it's a question, facts.
Like you even have to ask about it. You're like,
right.
Like I watched the UFC and like there's not even a question. Like if they pop, you know they pop.
Mm-hmm.
They're not hiding that shit. Like they don't give a damn who wins or not. They're gonna make their money regardless of UFC. So if you pop, everybody's gonna find out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like in boxing, even if they pop, you honestly don't even know. You won't even know if they pop. You honestly won't even know if they pop, which is crazy. I had one more for you, and yeah, there was the Spence Ugas. Is there another fight this week besides that?
That's it that I could think of. I don't know the names who are fighting, but there's a good free card. I'm interested in Stankonia versus the Russian, and I want to see Brandon Wong. What's his name? Brandon Lee.
Brandon Lee.
Yeah, he's fighting. I'm interested to see him fight. So, and that's on free Showtime. So, I'm just gonna go hang out at my friend's house on Saturday and just slow motion it. Oh, damn. I wish the NBA playoffs started on Saturday because I literally could have just parked my ass there at 12 o'clock and watched 3 NBA games and then turned on the Spence fight. But shit, fuck it. It starts the next day, the 17th.
All right, but for sure.
Yeah, I can't wait to.
I'm sorry, Kyle. Go ahead.
I can't wait to get this flight booked.
Appreciate you, Canes.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, big bro. Yeah. Have a safe time. Be careful. And Conor Benn is fighting. I haven't seen him fight yet, but I've seen the highlights. I've seen the knockout he had on Instagram, but I haven't seen him from like start to finish. So. But he's fighting Chris Van Heerden. So, the NBA playoffs start Saturday? Oh, I'm gravy then. Oh, Fred is in heaven. Oh, I thought it was the 17th. They said NBA. Oh, it was probably on TNT. ESPN probably starts on Saturday. I'm in the business. Hell yeah.
Back in business, boys.
Hell yeah. What'd you say?
Back in business, boys.
Oh, I'm happy than a motherfucking dog. Oh, I'm happy. I'm about to OD on these chips. Oh, I'm in the game Saturday. Count me in. I'm gonna be half asleep by the time the fucking preliminary fight come on. I'm gonna be dozing off for the fucking undercard fights, but I'm gonna fight it out. So something just came on my radar right now, and it speaks to Snoop Dogg crip walking after this call. 323. Who do we appreciate? 810. Who? 810. Who? What's up?
Oh, I'm in the game Saturday. Count me in.
Nigga, the phone.
Hello.
What's up, man? You got to mute the background so you're not responding to what happened already.
Hello.
What's up? Nigga, you said hello already.
Fred, what's up, man?
What's up? What you got? How much you owe me?
I just called to let you know that I totally agree with what you mentioned about the fight last night with the glove situation.
Thank you, somebody. Thank you.
Yeah, and you know, I had the same thought that you did when I compared the fight with Antonio Margarito and Cotto. And you so real with what you said. They should have take those gloves off immediately. And I think Kevin Cunningham should have made it his duty to let somebody take those gloves and have them check immediately. So that's all about it, man. You know, I agree with you.
Oh, that's love, man. I appreciate you, dog. I appreciate you. Yeah, Thanks, dog, for the call. I'm glad somebody called in to agree with me. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus.
Okay, buddy.
Appreciate
All right,
you.
thanks. Good.
All right,
buddy. Bye-bye.
Thank you, man. My 323 brethren. Hey, it's not Fundora. It's Ugas he's working with. He works with Ugas. Memo Heredia works with Ugas. So that's where I'm at with that. So I'm gonna just keep my mouth shut. But anyways, you already know how I feel about gang violence. I don't know if this is a gang violence anyway, Kyle, but the shit said 2 people dead, 5 people injured. I got to see this in my city. So I'm gonna just play this.
Spring Black Friday at
You play it? Without the
Friday savings for a total spring refresh. Find huge
It's on the
deals
news,
on
right?
outdoor furniture, rugs, and
I don't
more.
care. I
Plus,
don't give a
free
fuck.
shipping on everything big and small. Overstock where quality costs less.
2 families are grieving. Many others are in shock after a devastating shooting in Willowbrook. Someone opened fire during a Sunday barbecue.
And when it was over, 2 people were dead and 5 others wounded. KCAL's Joy Benedict, she is live in Willowbrook near Blakely Avenue with details on the victims. And Joy, what an injured survivor's mother has to say about all this. Yeah, guys, I mean, this is just, it's heartbreaking. It's devastating to think about it, that everybody was just outside enjoying the day here yesterday on Blakely Avenue, many of them standing on the street, children playing in their yards, when witnesses say 2 cars drove by this road and simply opened fire on everyone outside.
Neighbors on this quiet street in Willowbrook are still in disbelief as bullet holes on homes and car windows make it clear that the nightmare on Blakely Avenue was very real.
Just like a movie, just something that I didn't expect to see. People shot different places on the ground, babies, my baby.
LaQuincy Zimmerman was around the corner when the shooting happened. She got a call from her younger son.
The call was him screaming, telling me that they were shooting, and they were shooting a lot.
Her older son, a 21-year-old, was standing in the doorway of their home, and he was hit.
He went through surgery for 5 hours, and so far so good.
Zimmerman's son was one of 7 people shot during a drive-by shooting Sunday afternoon. A neighbor was having a barbecue with his motorcycle club when witnesses say 2 cars pulled up and gunmen opened fire.
Out of my whole 13 years from living here, I have never seen nothing this dramatic before.
Of the 7 people shot, 2 of them died. 40-year-old Tim Ford, a father of 4 from Moreno Valley, was visiting for the barbecue. His family says he was a loving dad. And 17-year-old Devin Pugh, a senior at Downey High School, was weeks away from graduation. He was visiting his father, who lives in the neighborhood.
That baby was graduating from high school, so of course he was getting ready for senior activities. So yes, as the mom of a 17-year-old, I can totally feel all the pain. Feel like I lost my son.
And although investigators aren't releasing any information on the suspects, many neighbors on this block had security cameras rolling, video that has now been handed over to detectives. They say the shooters in the 2 vehicles fired off more than 30 rounds into homes, a crowd, and then callously drove away.
If somebody saw something or knows something, you should speak up. This is insane. This is sickening. You guys are taking from innocent people, from their families who do not deserve this.
They certainly do not. Now, we were out here with Ms. Zimmerman yesterday when she was calling around trying to figure out which hospital her son was at. It was very intense. It was very emotional. And now imagine all of that times 7, as there were 7 people, as you said, that were shot, and unfortunately 2 of them did not survive. As for the investigation right now, the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, which was out here for about 15 hours, you guys, trying to go through all of this evidence. They are simply still looking for witnesses. They're trying to put together the pieces. As I mentioned, there is security footage of those 2 vehicles. They are not releasing it to us. They are hoping to find out who exactly did this. I'll send it back to you.
Jesus Christ. A 17-year-old kid, man. This is fucking insane. And guess what? Those are all homes. Like, those are homes in a row. It ain't like the junk. I'm not saying that it makes it okay that it's in the jungles or a lot of apartments, but those are families. 17-year-old kid, man, a father of 4.
Shit, over 30 rounds, bro.
Yeah, niggas are heartless, man. That's why I fucking hate these motherfuckers, man. I hate these motherfuckers that want to do harm to. I hate people who want to do harm to black people. I fucking hate them. Like it just boggles my mind. It boggles my mind that you wake up in the morning and you say, I'm gonna go kill that nigga
in broad daylight
at a barbecue. No regard for no other body. I don't know what you're doing. They're gonna get caught. It's just a matter of time. And oh man, a 17-year-old senior, man, had it.
Nigga, graduation is in 2 months.
Yeah, next month, basically. Yeah, you're right. Excuse me.
Fucked up, man.
Yeah, it's not cool at all, man.
Shit's terrible, dude.
Yeah, it's. I saw it on someone's timeline who live in Los Angeles. I'm like, but this is the energy that I speak of. If you make gangbangers feel uncomfortable, like it's not cool to be a gangbanger, they won't be gangbangers. But we glorify this shit. That's why I hate this shit. I grew up in this shit my whole life. I hate this shit. I hate them. I hate them. You can't tell me to respect a gang member. You can't tell me. Am I human? Do I act human around them? Yeah. But I don't respect what they do. I don't. And this is the same conversation I have with these niggas that's in my neighborhood on my property. I don't respect what you do. I don't. You wake up every morning. How can I rob a nigga? How can I kill a nigga? I'm gonna go rob that old lady coming out of the 99-cent store. I hate this shit, man. I fucking hate this shit. And people don't see the correlation between glorifying Snoop Dogg and this shit right here. You glorify Snoop Dogg, that gives validation to these niggas, man. That gives validation to these niggas. Ah, man. 40-year-old man. That's me. I'm a father of 2. You're a father of 4. He probably lives in Moreno Valley, bought him a house. You know, people leave LA and go to Moreno Valley and buy a house. That's what they do in Los Angeles because cost of living is lower in Moreno Valley. You go work for you get a union job. I'm not saying that's his profile. I'm saying this is what people in California do. Go to Rialto, go to Fontana, go to Riverside, go buy a $250,000 house and live happily ever after because you do that to get away from shit like this. Hey guys, blatantly disregard people who glorify that shit. No, I don't glorify Nipsey Hussle. No. And we're gonna have that show because I think y'all are. I'll say this: we don't let black men grow old, and I think that's the problem with us. We don't let them grow old. We keep them where they're at, and we kill them. We keep them where we're at, and we kill them. And there's a piece of me that I got 10 minutes. I got 9:35. We're gonna get out of here. There's a piece of me that respects Nipsey Hussle because when you listen to his album, he says, "Oh, you were Blood? Oh, you were Crip?" He says, "I'm Jay Prince. I'm not. That's not what I'm on. That's not what I'm on. But because we don't let these men become 50-year-old men, we don't let them become 50-year-old men. 60-year-old men, we kill them. You get what I'm saying? Like, if I would have got killed at 19, the story of my life would have been average college kid who just got arrested. You understand what I'm saying? So we got to let these men mature into who they're going to become. You know, but killing other niggas like what Nip said. He said he was going to go do what's that shit? A mission. I don't know. And he said he was going to go kill a man that looked just like him. Excuse me. He was looking for a man that had the same swag as him, that talked like him. and he realized he couldn't do it no more. You guys got to read his interviews, and I think that because we glorify this shit, I think it's important that because we glorify it, it's easy for them to stay in. It's easy for them to stay in. And I think, matter of fact, I think tomorrow we're gonna have a show on this. You know what I mean? Because I think because if Malcolm X had died at 20, they would have said a lost child. He lost his mother because she was crazy, lost his father, got ran over by a train, came to LA, came to Harlem, did drugs and did all that, and he died at 20. We got to let these men grow up. We got to let these men grow up, man. These Mexican, we got to let them grow up. It's the environment. We facilitate the worst shit in our environment. And it's and then we get men like Nipsey Hussle or Aramis who sees the light and follows the light, builds businesses in the community, and speaks the language of his generation, and they get rid of him. So I think that it's awful, man. It's awful. It's awful, man. And a 17-year-old kid. Oh man. And yeah, it's awful. It's awful. It's awful. And you gotta call in. You gotta call in and disagree with me, because I want to have this. It's you guys brought it up about 2 weeks ago, and I think it's important because this is Aramis. Nipsey Hussle is what the world calls him. Nipsey Hussle ain't on his LLC. This is an LLC. This is a business. This employed a lot of black people. This Crenshaw employed a lot of black people. Employed a lot of Latino people. Brought tax revenue to the city. And that's it. So I think you got to identify the growth in people. You got to identify the growth in people. And we'll have this conversation tomorrow, hopefully. Hopefully nothing big breaks off in boxing, but yeah, it's very, very important. And I do believe that he struggled with that duality. How do I lead these people? Because he was still 33 years old. He's not 44 like me, where I can say fuck Bloods, fuck Crips. I can do that shit because I'm 44. At 33, you're not really there yet to do that. Like you're not equipped to. No, I'm not gonna say you're not equipped, but that's that peer pressure. You're not equipped. So no, I love what he did, because he hired people who had issues on the street. They couldn't bring they couldn't smoke in front of the store. They couldn't bring their guns. Because that whole area was like a gang infested. Like it was like a meeting ground, and he changed that whole culture on that corner. If you would have saw that corner in 2015, I think that so that's where I'm at with it. And I respect men who can come out of that. I genuinely do. I genuinely do but when you're in it and killing people and doing dumb shit, nah, I'm not with it. I'm not with it. So and I think that what's the term I'm looking for? Consumers don't care about the human being. Consumers care about the commercial version of the person. That's why Snoop Dogg doesn't talk about being a father. Y'all don't want to see that part of him. Y'all want to see Snoop Dogg, Crip Walk, do all that shit. And
he talk about being a father, though, Fred.
Not to the extent that he should, because he wore a gang outfit on the Super Bowl. So what's more important to him? Being a father or being a gang member? The commercial version of him. That's what he valued. So that's where I'm at with it, man. It makes for a great conversation, but don't stay in the chat because I'm not responding to 30 niggas in the chat. Call in, and I welcome you to disagree with me. Do what you need to do. And I saw Nipsey be a father. Lincoln and his daughter went to school right across the street from each other every morning. I saw him and his Maybach every morning driving down my street, making a right, giving too much information away, but taking his daughter to school. Saw it every morning. I would take Lincoln to school. I would walk Lincoln to school and I would see him. Simple. I saw him be a father. I saw him be a businessman. I've seen too many videos of him denouncing that dumb shit. So, and I think it takes people like him who's been in it and who's out of it and speaks the language of the people. I think you got to speak the native language. That's why Malcolm X was so influential. He spoke the native tongue. That's why Elijah Muhammad wasn't successful without Malcolm X, because he didn't speak the native tongue. He was illiterate. He was a dummy. He couldn't speak. He wasn't an orator. Malcolm did. He came from the streets. So I think that's the truth. That's where I stand on it. And so that's where we're at, man. You ready to get out of here? Because you got to show the run.
Fred, keep it fun. These niggas next, man.
Yeah.
Times. In the words of the great philosopher DB, Fred drop.
Mm-hmm.
Play the song, Fred.
Millions and millions of people. Me and my team, along with
Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys coming in here, and appreciate you, D4, Birdman, everybody else. Who else we got in here? Birdman, D4, Mike Jones, Cameron, SoCal, Champion Heart. You see, I know we can. Ryan, Birdman. I appreciate you, man. Peoples Hernandez, man, you in the building.
Peoples Hernandez.
This is
where I am destined to be. You can't change what I know about Nip. You can't on Aramis. See, that's the problem. We call him Nipsey. We should be calling him Aramis. If we call him Aramis, we'll humanize the man. And it's not changing because I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen him build a store up from the ground up. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen him employ former gang members. Oh, I'm there. I've seen him denounce Crips. I've seen him denounce that gangbanging shit. So I'm there. So you can't convince me otherwise. The commercial version of him is Nipsey Hussle. And that STEM stuff and Vector 90, that shit is incredible. It's incredible what he was on the verge of doing. That's incredible, man. Fucking incredible. And he spoke the native language, which was important. So until you can do that, it's not even worth having a conversation. Not even worth having a conversation. Because people say it, but when you do it, shit. When you actually doing it, it's incredible. Greatest shit. Bobbing and weaving and changing up like a season, indigenous to the grind, so I do it.
Jabbing the competition, back up against the ropes. You fighting for recognition. I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lacking. While cancer slowing our road, I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals.
You gotta give back, give love.
Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground.
Last time, y'all. It's a day with no rehearsal. Take it personal, cause the devil is a lie. I'm telling you the truth. Love y'all, man. Hasta pasta, man. 17-year-old kid gone, man. Sad shit, man. Sad.